Hello guys, it is Wednesday and it is officially pouring down rain. I'm actually so excited about it raining right now. There is someone who's not excited about it raining right now. I don't know where he went. Monster does not like thunder. But I was just about to go get my nails done. I still am, but it's kind of a chill in-between day. I filmed the last 2 days and filmed and edited and uploaded. And today I just took kind of the morning to try some new stuff so that my next videos aren't first impressions. I'm trying a bunch of like brands that I'd never tried before, so my skin looks really stressed out right now because I washed my whole makeup look off and like started over and hated it, and it just, I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts and a lot of feelings on a lot of the stuff that's coming out right now. Yeah, I just put it up on my Instagram. This orange is like honestly making me nauseous, so like I want to know whether I should do like a fall berry or just go to a nude shade. So I put up a poll. I am pretty worthless today. I mean, I've been doing work and stuff like that, but other than that, like I'm just really tired, and the rain is definitely making me more tired, even though I really appreciate it. It's awesome. But yeah, what better day than a day when you're really tired to go and get your legs massaged. Also, this is like one of my 2 items of maternity wear. It's this sweater that like crosses over in the front. It's from Pink Blush Maternity. And my mother-in-law got me like a gift card when she found out I was pregnant, and I got this because it's gonna work for nursing too. Yeah, it's awesome for just like covering up the whole situation. I remember when I first started wearing it, I would wear it and you couldn't even tell I was pregnant. Now it's like, it's pretty obvious. So yeah, we are 33 weeks and 2 days. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, just kind of routine checkup, but yeah, that's the bump date situation. Hello. I'm a little damp. I had to walk through the rain to get to my car, not a big deal, but we have new nails. Look at these. Ooh, she did such a good job. I was going for kind of a berry color. I don't know if this is interesting to anyone else. But once again, I feel like the swatches, because they've just been sitting there for so long, they've like all kind of matured a little bit with time, and they're all a little bit different than what you end up getting, and so I love this. But it's definitely more of like an oxblood than a berry on me, but like so fall. I love it, and it goes really well with like my gold jewelry, which I need to put back on, all my rings and stuff. Before I got my nails done, I stopped at Target and I got some of my guilty pleasure. They're so good, you guys. And now that I'm on Prilosec, I feel like that would be like the sneakiest sponsorship ever if I was just like undisclosed sponsored by Prilosec. Like, cause I slide a mention in on every video. I would never do that, I promise. But yeah, the Prilosec has enabled me to really eat the things that I'm craving. And the lime freaking lays, oh my God, they melt in your mouth, and they're limey, they're just slightly artificial tasting, but like, there's just something really perfect about them. I don't know. So I'm gonna go home and eat something real, because it's like, what time is it? It is 3:17, nap time o'clock as far as I'm concerned. But it only just recently, like in the last couple minutes, like even lightened up to rain like this. It was crazy. It was like blasting thunder and lightning. Austin doesn't do anything halfway, man. We go full sun, and then when it rains, it's like someone just turned on a faucet, man. Full blast, or like a fire hose. It's crazy. So I'm going to drive very safely and not distractedly. Get myself home. An excellent mail day, if I do say so myself. This is actually from yesterday, but yes, my giant bottle of commodity gold arrived. And I am so happy, you know, just in case for whatever reason, you know, this company decides that they're not going to exist again. I'm now set for a while, so that's good. Good morning, guys. It's Thursday, and I'm not ready to start the day yet. I just can't do it. Oh, hi. Hello. What are you doing, bud? Just being the best. Yeah, these guys drove me crazy all night. Ollie's got some kind of issue. I don't really want to get into it, but I need to call the vet today, and it like kept me up. And then these guys, ever since we got back, the cats have just been very, like, extra vocal. That doesn't stop when we go to bed. They just, in the middle of the night, not only meowing and being obnoxious, but like trying to open the cabinets in the kitchen and stuff, just for no reason. They've just gone completely nocturnal. But anyway, I have a doctor's appointment today. Regular checkup. It's at like 10:20 today. But I'm just enjoying my coffee in bed. I am so eager to film more videos for my main channel, but I feel like I have to kind of space them out because I know personally I get overwhelmed when people post every day. I almost feel bad, but at the same time, like, a lot of times when people do post every single day or they hold themselves to posting every single day, the quality of the content does kind of go down. I don't know. I mean, that's not for everybody. That's not like a you know, across the board rule. But I do feel like when I give myself a little bit of space, I'm more interesting. You know, I have more interesting things to say if I'm doing like get ready with me or something like that. But I do still have so much makeup that I want to like play with and share with everybody. But honestly, I really feel like no one is going to be completely happy with a video that I put out right now unless it is about rare beauty, and that order doesn't come until today, and it probably won't come until this evening. And so I am probably going to have to get that video out on a Friday, which I hate doing. Everybody hates a Friday video for whatever reason, just no one watches them. But it's Labor Day week. I think that that's the other thing, is just people are kind of out of pocket. I'm not sure, but regardless, it has to be done. But I've just got my coffee. We got my cat. He settled right in. Hey, Peanut. Boop. And I don't usually start my morning sitting up in bed drinking coffee, but that's what we're doing today because I'm just not world ready yet. It's only about 8 a.m. So, oh, and it's been just raining. It's fantastic. It does make it a little harder for my like circadian rhythm to be like, ooh, good morning, but I don't care. It's such a freaking welcome relief from the non-stop heat. Thank you, September. You're coming correct so far. So I just chatted with the tech at the vet, and if I could just put in a vote of confidence here, random influencer moment, like Banfield Pet Hospital, okay? It is the vet that is inside of PetSmart, and someone at someone at the dog park told me about it, like some, you know, cool old dude told me about it right when Ollie was a puppy, because I was complaining about how expensive it was to have a puppy and, like, you know, get all their shots done, everything like that. Every time you walk in the door, it's $150, you know, at least in the neighborhood that I was living in. There was just these crazy appointment fees. And a lot of times nothing was wrong, or it was just something that was very routine, and they'd be all smiles and everything, and then on your way out the door they would charge you an arm and a leg, and it just drove me crazy. And I was like, no, this was, you know, 7 years ago. I was like not, you know, as like flush financially. So, and I still don't want to spend that money. I had to pause. Mike had an update for me from work, and I also just updated him on what I'm about to tell you. It's a spooky light from my iPad. So, I just talked to the vet, and it's just always nice when there's like an elegant solution, and I just don't want to have to bring Ollie in if we can help it, just because a dog having issues, it's his anal glands, and he's just fussing, and a dog having an issue like that, like if you could ask the dog, are you okay, what's bothering you, you know, that'd be one thing. But there's just something very mysterious about bringing a dog in for that kind of thing, because they can't really articulate what's going on, we just have to guess. The vote of confidence I want to give is for Banfield, because they are so awesome about not immediately jumping to bring your dog in, you know, because you are on a plan. I mean, you don't have to be on a plan, but I'm on a plan where I just pay monthly, so it's like basically like having insurance, you know, health insurance for your pet. And they call me when he's due for checkups, they call me when he's due for dental cleanings, and he gets all of his shots and everything like that without even, you know, asking or whatever. We had this vet come to the house for the cats, and he was like, I'm not a big fan of Banfield, because I just think that, you know, not all vaccines should be just, you know, given to all dogs all the time kind of thing. Like they just basically treat it like it's, you know, like a round the clock booster shot kind of thing. And I was like, I'm not a veterinarian, but like I'd like my dog to stay vaccinated for things. I don't know, is that I'm not like a dog anti-vaxxer. It was just very odd. But anyway, that means that there's no appointment fee at Banfield, and so they don't like have any incentive to tell you to bring your dog in just to get looked at. And like they don't do that thing where if you need to get like a renewal on their flea medication or their heartworm medication or something like that, they don't go, well, we need to look at him like they do with the cats, because they do that with the cats every time because they want your money, and it just drives me crazy. And so since it's very evident that other vet offices do that just to get your appointment fee, because you know, obviously it's not medically necessary for heartworm medication, you know what I mean, if I'm giving it to him routinely every month. So I mean, obviously I'm kind of talking as an armchair scientist here, but I mean, he gets regular checkups anyway, and we stay on top of all that stuff. But regardless, they told me that most of the dogs that are coming in right now experiencing the kinds of symptoms he's having are, you know, just experiencing allergies. And they're like, you know, put him in a cone, keep his butt and his paws and everything clean after he comes in from outside, because it's just, you know, pollen and probably just like irritation and fussing and stuff. Plus we were just in New Mexico where it was just like crazy dry. I could see his skin reacting. And then that you can give him Benadryl, just regular, not with a decongestant or anything, but like the basic pink Benadryl. And they can have more than we can. And that you can give them like 3 of them every 8 hours as needed. That should probably resolve the issue, because dogs, I don't know if all dogs are like this, but my dog, he just obsesses, he just fusses. And it's just, you know, he's got like an issue and his butt's annoying him and he doesn't realize he's making it worse just by licking and licking and licking. Oh, it's just like, stop fussing, but he won't. So you got to put him in the cone. And he's actually pretty agreeable to the cone because he's so used to wearing a bandana, and he like always slides his head through the bandana. If you put the cone up, he'll put his head through the cone. He's like, ah, look, I'm playing the game. I don't know. It definitely frustrates somebody who has a little bit of trouble getting used to it because it's a cone. They're annoying, but you know, we kind of don't have a choice. We need to put a physical barrier between him and his butthole because he cannot be trusted. But yeah, I'm very relieved to have a simple solution where we don't have to go and like get x-rays or something like that, you know? I'm on my way to the doctor. I'm running a touch late, but I think I'm going to be right on time. As usual, I spent too long doing my makeup, so I looked at the clock and I was like, oh no! But I did have a lot of fun with my eye makeup, so worth it. No, I'm going to be on time. I hate being late. Okay. So there was no parking and I was having a freaking panic attack. And then after all that, I get in there and they're like, the lobby's full, so if you could just wait in your car and we'll call you when it's time for your appointment. And I was like, I'm already late. She's like, it's 10:21. I was like, well, my appointment's at 10:20. She's like, you're fine. I was like, okay. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna like check on some work stuff from my phone, catch up a little bit, listen to the radio a little, and just wait for them to call me. So something that I did want to mention, a little spoiler because I haven't reviewed them on my channel yet, but man, those new Tower 28 lip glosses, oh man, it's a real shame having to wear a mask because they are so pretty, especially with my Kackie lip liner. Like, I've tried 2 shades now, 2 days in a row with my lip liner, and both times I just put it on and I'm like intoxicated. I'm like, yes, this is the perfect companion for this. So, yep, that's a spoiler slash benefit of tuning into the vlogs. Also, I'm wearing a jacket. Who am I? It's actually like kind of cool and breezy. It's like 60 outside, 59, something like that. So, love a cold front. Very welcome in my life. I don't know what's going on with my makeup. I've been wearing a mask for like 2 hours. Well, that was a little bit unexpected and not in a bad way. I got into my regular doctor's appointment and she measured my belly and she was a little bit concerned because she's like, you haven't really grown since your last visit 2 weeks ago, so we're just going to do an ultrasound today. You know, like not an emergency ultrasound, but an unplanned ultrasound today. I wasn't supposed to get an ultrasound until 2 weeks from now, and it's supposed to just be like to show which way the baby is facing, but it was like a little treat today. So I got some new ultrasound photos, but temper your expectations. An ultrasound at 33.5 weeks is extremely underwhelming. Like, that's his face. Do you think you could pick him out of a lineup? And then this is, what is that? Oh, that's his face from the side. Wow, don't you feel like you know him now? So it's because he's so big, and you know, she's kind of navigating with the ultrasound thing, and it just really doesn't look anything like the last time that I got an ultrasound, and they warned me about that. They were like, it's really not that exciting until you see the baby. Like it used to be that you could see the whole thing on the ultrasound and you're like, oh, look at him, oh, he's so cute. No, it's like you just see like an eye socket. So the reason that they did it was to just measure the baby and make sure that he was growing and everything. And the ultrasound tech, she was like, this baby's definitely growing. I was like, yes. She goes, I said, how much does he weigh? She's like, well, I'll know once I measure his head. And I was like, okay. And she goes, oh my God, this baby's head is huge. And I was like, great. He got it from me because Mike's got a little peanut head and I've got this giant head, and it runs in my family. And I was just like, it's kind of weird. I think when I found out I was having a boy, I just imagined he's gonna look like Mike. It never occurred to me that he would inherit my traits, which is completely ridiculous. But like, you know, they're just like, he has a huge head. And I was like, oh, okay, there's a chance this kid is gonna look like me, and that's gonna be weird. I don't know. Any like moms like have that thing? I have that thought whenever they were having a kid. I don't know. For some reason, I just imagine it just looking like my husband. I don't know why I don't imagine it looking like me. But anyway, the measurement was fine. She said he's definitely fine, even though I'm not really growing that much. I mean, I don't really know how much more I can grow. Good grief. I mean, I know I'm going to. I still have like 6 more weeks, but he's 5 pounds. 5 pounds in there. I've only put on a little over 20, like 22 pounds or something. And 5 pounds of that right now is baby. It's insane. So yeah, my husband was really concerned because he's like, oh, the baby's supposed to be putting on a ½ pound a week. You need to be eating more. And I'm like, I'm eating plenty. I'm eating until I am often uncomfortably full. And the doctor confirmed today, she was like, oh no, you could put on 0 pounds more and your baby would still be 8 pounds when he's born. He's going to take it from you if you don't give it to him. Basically, like the baby is a parasite and you are the host, you are the one to lose. And I'm just like, okay, yeah. So confirmed that. She's so good at like reassuring me. And then also, and it's not that I intend to manage my weight. That's not my point. It's just like she was giving like a worst case scenario. I'm still, you know, I keep eating. I eat plenty. The other thing was I wanted to clear with her getting back on Taltz for my psoriasis because it's an immunosuppressant, and you know, I just didn't really know. My dermatologist said it was fine, but I wanted to check with my OB, and she's like, yeah, not only does it not really have any effect on the baby, but you do want to go ahead and do the loading doses and everything to get back on it before you have the baby, because the flare apparently right after childbirth from psoriasis it's big. Like it can be really, really bad and debilitating. And on top of everything else, they'd rather me just go ahead and get a head start on it. So I'm gonna start doing my loading doses today. I'm gonna go get some Benadryl for my dog and get myself something to eat and go home and do some work. But yeah, that was much longer than I expected to be here, but it was cool to get an ultrasound and to get reassurance and to find out that my baby's 5 freaking pounds at 33.5 weeks. So big boy with a big head. Hey dudes, just doing some work, and I just did my Taltz auto injector for the first time since I got pregnant. So the last time I did it was in January. Refreshed my memory pretty quickly on how unpleasant that ceremony is. But yeah, you basically, it's an auto injector. Comes with like, it's a gigantic, it's like a big pen, you know? You unlock it, and you sanitize your skin, and then yeah, have to, yeah, and it hurts a lot. And then you have to put a Band-Aid on it and kind of push on it, make sure it all goes in. But, oh my God, it is a small price to pay for not having psoriasis anymore, because I've been dealing with psoriasis since June. June was when it kind of broke back through. So yeah, and it's really hard to like see necessarily because it's mostly on my scalp. Just super frustrating. It's like weird to get back into actually like a routine like that, because I mean, I've been on that for years. It's kind of funny because I'm like, wow, I'm gonna just be like a normal person again pretty soon. I mean, you know, a mom and breastfeeding, but still, as far as like whether or not I actually have a baby in my belly, like I'm just gonna be a normal person again. And I think getting back into like, you know, dosing myself with my psoriasis medication made me go back to being like, huh, I'm just gonna be Kackie again instead of Kackie with baby on board. But I did want to give you guys a little update here. I already finished these. They're so good. You know what, guys? I would move to petition if you have these in your area, which I don't know. They might just be like a proximity to Mexico thing. You know, you might just be able to only get them in like the southwestern states. I'm not sure. But the Lay's Limon, which, you know, lime, I would be willing to go to bat for the argument that that is much better, easier to eat, but just as satisfying, and actually more flavorful than salt and vinegar chips. Salt and vinegar chips wear your mouth out, those don't. If you are a salt and vinegar person, I highly recommend giving them a shot. You won't be disappointed. Hey guys. Well, I got one item from my Rare Beauty order in the mail, and you can see it on my lips right now. I don't know. You know, the formula's pretty, but the jury's out on whether this is actually my look. But anyway, oh my God. I don't know whether it was the Taltz or what, but I just got like really tired, kind of nauseous, and I just don't really feel like going to the store. So we are making what? Pantry soup. We do typically keep onions and carrots around. A lot of times we'll have celery, but I don't think we have any celery right now. But just getting this party started, getting some flavor going here. You don't really have to chop things up very small because you're gonna blend them anyway. And this is gonna be kind of like my green soup, except we're going to do blended beans in this. It's gonna be really hearty and proteiny and delicious. So yeah, I might throw some like frozen spinach in it, see what else we have in there. But you know, bottom line, nothing here is going to taste bad. I'm just gonna season it really beautifully, and it's gonna be something that's like warming and filling and happy. It's probably not gonna make very much soup, but it's gonna be good. I made that up. We do have celery, so that's pretty cool. I added a bell pepper and a few stalks of celery and a whole bunch of seasoning. So if you guys are ever looking for seasoning blends, basically anytime we run out of these things, I just ask my mom, like the next holiday that comes around, my mom's asking for something that we want, I'm like, just get us another cool set of Penzeys spices. So we have the Penzeys, this is the Tuscan Sunset, this is what I have cooking in there right now. Pico Fruta has got to be one of my favorite things in the world, especially for like the rim of a glass on like a mocktail or a cocktail or something like that. On a fresh piece of watermelon is next freaking level. So yeah, we have Cajun, salsa, fajita. We have Sunny Paris, which I use in salads a lot. And then there are like these other ones, there's like a horseradish dip. So like this has actually like, you know, proportions on the back of it that you can make a horseradish dip with other ingredients. And then there's barbecue 3000. That's one we've had for a long, long time. Garden salad is like instant salad dressing. It's so freaking good. And then we have, where is it? The best one of all, this one. We've actually bought this in like large quantities before, but Northwood seasoning goes on everything. Everything! It says the perfect mix for chicken and fish. I would have to agree. We put it on chicken all the time. It is just a little bit spicy, a little bit salty, a little bit tangy. It's the perfect meat seasoning. So yeah, it's really not a lot of science behind the way that I make food taste good. I just find the seasoning blends that I know and trust and understand, and I pick one. And I season it every step. One more thing that it is important to pay attention to. Is there something on my glasses? Huh. Probably a little bit of herbs. Is to read the labels on your seasoning mixes before you add them, and make sure that you know which ones have salt in them and which ones don't, because a lot of times they will have salt in them because they're meant to like season meat and stuff like that. And then there will be other ones that are meant to go, you know, in salad dressings and like, you know, soups and stuff like that, that are just a bunch of like flaky herbs and they won't have salt in them. So it's important to know so that you don't end up salting and then salting again, because then you yeah, then you oversalt pretty quickly, especially when you're dealing with like chicken broth, which has unpredictable amounts of salt in it sometimes, or better than bouillon, which is outrageously salty, things like that. So I'm a big salt fan. I love salt, but I also like to be in control of it. Okay, so you see all those brown edges? That's what's called flavor, fam. That is going to taste so good. Onions do that. Mirepoix in general does that. The thing you don't want to do that to is your friend garlic. He stays out until the very end, right before you add any of your liquids and stuff. You want him to just kind of get aromatic and like get friendly with everything for like literally 30 seconds before you add liquid, because garlic burns so fast and it tastes gross when you burn it. Anyone else just think that tomato paste is like sent from heaven? Oh my God. I added tomato paste and I added the beans and I added the garlic in reverse order of what I just said. And there's no liquid been added yet in the form of like broth. That's just the liquid that was in the cans of beans. Put whatever you want in there. It's pantry soup. But I personally think that most things like that have chicken stock in them benefit from tomato paste. It doesn't end up tasting like chili or like spaghetti sauce or something if you just do 1 can of tomato paste. It's just like a thickener. What else did I do? Oh, I put like a handful of frozen spinach in there, which is what we had. And now she's just coming up to a boil. She's gonna do that for a minute. I'm gonna go like wash my face. And then we will blend it. And then we will add cream. So I got it all done. Whoa, my face looks crazy. I didn't really do the math ahead of time on the fact that putting a bell pepper, pinto beans, I thought they were Great Northern beans, but they were pinto beans and black beans in there. It was just gonna give it like kind of just a little bit of a Mexican thing. So I decided to lean into that a little bit. So after I got it all blended and everything, I added some cumin, coriander, and some smoked paprika. And I was a little nervous about what color it was gonna turn out, because I was like, I'm working with white beans and black beans. Am I gonna have gray soup? But this is actually a very appetizing color, honestly. And there's a lot of beautiful food and nutrition hiding in there. So I'm going to make myself a bowl. I actually have no flipping idea where my husband went. He said he was gonna go for a hike with the dog, and then he was like, who knows, maybe we'll just go around the block. I was like, can you just get the mail? And he was like, yeah. And then he's been gone for like an hour. I have no idea. So I'm gonna have some soup. And this is how she looks. She's definitely thick with 2 C's. I added a bunch of water, but you could definitely add more if you wanted it to be more of a thin soup, but it's gonna be super filling and delicious. That's just some sour cream on top with some Aleppo pepper and a little bit of hot chili oil, so. Yay! Pretty easy dinner, you know, out of ingredients that I had lying around. Thank goodness my husband keeps Mirepoix around all the time. And pretty quick. I think it took me like, you know, 45 minutes. Hey guys, so it's, I think it's going on 4 p.m. right now. What time is that? 3:53 on a Friday. And I am waiting for my video to process so that I can go ahead and post it. But yeah, anyway, I am freaking starving. I just ate a couple of boiled eggs. Mike just left to play golf. Golf takes like 4 hours. It's so dumb. I'm sorry. Like, he's not gonna be home until like, you know, 8 p.m. or something, 8:30. It's just frustrating. I don't know. He's like, oh, it's better than, you know, Sunday night. And I'm like, I guess, but still, like Friday night, I'm like by myself. It's kind of annoying. But anyway, yeah, I still have stuff I want to do. I want to show you guys the updates to the nursery because I framed the art and I hung it. But also, I was really hoping to get around to building the bookcase tonight, and I just don't think it's gonna happen. I think I'm gonna run out of steam. I'm about to go to the grocery store as soon as this processes. I don't know why it's like 0% process. That's pretty annoying. Can you tell I'm hungry? I'm just kind of irritable right now. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna go do. Go get, you know, go to the grocery store hungry, which is always a recipe for disaster, but it's so nice outside. I just am so excited. Also, this dress is amazing. It's from AYR, and it's my first item from them, and I'm obsessed with it. I think it's so freaking cute. Hey guys, I think in the last shot, I had like screwed up my settings. I almost, literally when I went to get my nails done the other day, my camera fell out of my purse and was only held on by this, kind of being locked against something in my purse. It's the only reason this thing is still intact, because it could have been $700 crashed to the ground. Don't go to the grocery store pregnant. I mean hungry, I mean pregnant. Yeah, I got everything. I got the whole store. I spent like $200. God, I meant to turn the overhead light on. I got so many things, you guys. I got 2 different kinds of sush for my din. I'm gonna do a haul. Hope you guys like that. I got some romaine lettuce, and when I did, the guy who worked there was like older dude. He's like, how much longer you got? And I was like, oh, 6 weeks. And he's like, oh, count down the days. And I was like, yeah. He goes, having a boy. And I was like, lucky guess. He says, you know, there's this wives' tale about how you carry the, and like, honestly, my nail tech said the same thing. I guess I'm pregnant enough that nobody feels like they're guessing, but like I walk in and she's like, haha, last time I saw you, you were tiny. Now you're really big. And I'm like, thank you. Anyway, got some Kerrygold, butter biscuit. Got some organic sour cream. That's to go with some potatoes. Got some organic, I'm sorry, I'm not saying it right, organic chicken. I do understand that buying everything organic is a little bit pretentious, but it's so much better for my gut. Got 3 cans of anchovy fillets. What? It's for Caesar dressing. We got frozen chopped spinach, organic. We got broccoli florets. Honestly, the pandemic has turned me on to frozen vegetables in it's just a way I will never return from. They're so inexpensive, they're so fresh. It's fantastic. And they're so, did I say inexpensive? They're inexpensive. Pregnancy brain. And then, haricot vert, there's really nothing better than when you're like, uh-oh, what am I gonna have as a vegetable with this dinner? And just being able to microwave green beans, and they're great. We got some organic heavy cream for my coffee, tomato paste. This is kind of a pantry filler because like I, you know, used up the last stuff in the pantry. Got 4 of these, speaking of pantry filling, organic chicken broth. Hey Ollie, did you finish your scoopy? Is it time to start licking your butthole again? Anyway, I've moved past hangry and now I'm just delirious. We got a couple, oh my God. A couple things of coffee, some canola oil, chicky. Mozzarella, and that is to go with some tomatoes that are somewhere. Got a whole bunch of lemons. Man, again, lemons, they're just everything. A whole bottle of EVOO. And we have another bag. Oh, also there are 2 pumpkins over there. Can you see those? Yeah, that's the mood I was in at the grocery store. I was like, all of it. Whatever. So I bought 2 pumpkins because fall, and got some strawberries, organic. And what I do is I just whip up some whipping cream, put some maple syrup in it. Can you focus on me, not the refrigerator? Thank you. And then I pretend that I'm sharing it with my husband, but I eat the whole thing. Got some gluten-free challah bread, because this is all they had. They didn't have my normal brand, and I was like, well, I don't know, I'm not opposed to that. Maple syrup. Got a couple of onions, because if you've got an onion, you've got a meal. And a whole bunch of cans of black beans, because that is just, if I'm gonna not shop and I need like sustenance for a night, black beans and rice is a complete protein. There's the tomatoes I was referring to. Some anchovy paste, because, you know, sometimes you don't feel like opening a can of anchovies. Some carrots, because mirepoix. Everyone hates me at this point. A whole bunch of organic russet potatoes so that I can make mashed potatoes with the sour cream that I just showed you. More black beans, and then finally some original Dijon mustard, because this is what binds together salad dressings. So yeah, I'm gonna put all this stuff away. I'm gonna eat my sush. I might take this doggo for a walko, but you know, don't tell him yet because I'm really hungry. Gotcha. Hi, Boos. Just wanted to show you guys my adorable purr monster out here. Oh, look at him. Hey, Peanut. Are you, look at, oh God, this is Mike combing the dog. Are you the cutest in her wide world? That would be a yes, confirmed. You're so dirty. Oh, it's a big yawn. Oh man, what a good dude. What a good dude. What an extraordinary cat. He'll do. Yeah. I'm gonna let you sit out here and enjoy that for a little while. That is a yak milk treat. And he loves them. I'll let him do that while I eat my dinner. All right, guys, so last thing here, I just wanted to show you the little bit of progress on the nursery. I framed the art and I haven't hung all of it yet. We have 3 more over here. These are the ones that we ordered off of Etsy. And I got these frames off of a website that I've used before called arttoframes.com, and they came matted already like that. So I just opened them up, cleaned them a little bit just to make sure that they were all really like nice and clear. And I taped them all kind of into the back behind the mats and just put them back together. And then they also have little hangers on the back that you have to nail in. So I'm like out of breath. Here are the 3 that I have hung. We have Mr. Giraffe, little zebra, and a little lion cub. So cute. And then this, you guys might have seen this. I can't remember whether I showed y'all this in the box when it came. This is a cute little mobile with all the little animals. And this is this cool little thing. I will link this. I just bought it on Amazon. I was like, a crib mobile hanger? And so it's really cute. It's like, got this wooden mount right here, so it actually looks really nice. And it's all kind of adjustable and everything, and I just put it on there. And then I put a sheet on here just because I didn't like looking at the bare mattress, but the maids are so sweet. They like make everything up and make it look nice every time. But the only things that are really left to do in here, as you can see, you know, we're going to want a blackout curtain. So we actually have our blackout curtains over here. This is what they look like. So they are just white with these like cute little, you know, little dashes on them all over them, but they are like 99.9% blackout curtains. We have 2 panels of those, and the only reason that they're not up yet is because, oh my gosh, I'm like dying. The only reason that they're not up is because we don't have a curtain rod up yet, because obviously we like did this whole wall thing with the wood, and so we needed like a new curtain rod on the outside. So I ordered that on Amazon today. Because I went to Target. I went, you know, you go places and they just don't have the things that you need. And so, yeah, I just went ahead and ordered a white one on Amazon, and it should be coming in the next couple of days. Mount that. And then this thing. I hate it so much. It's this huge, dumb IKEA wardrobe. It has been with us for far too long, and Mike needs to like have our next door neighbor come over and help him move it or something, because downstairs is a box that has an unassembled bookshelf in it, like a beautiful nursery bookshelf that Mike's aunt got for us that I can't wait to put together. And we just decided that I believe a week from this Sunday is going to be our virtual baby shower with his family, and it's like 20 people. But the whole thing is, you know, they're sending us all this stuff. We want to have it set up so that we can give them a tour of how everything looks in the nursery, not just be like, thanks, you know, but to actually show it to them, you know, where it's going to live and everything. So I'm in nesting mode, and this is giving me so much pleasure. I'm really enjoying the fact that it's the first time in months that I've like felt really good and felt like I have like a full day's worth of energy. Like, I love using it, you know? So working, cooking, actually going to the grocery store, doing the things for myself, especially because I'm still not exercising, you know? So I feel like I have a little extra push. By the way, I'm wearing clothes. It looks like I'm like naked. But yeah, so gonna put that bookshelf together. I'll show you guys that. And that'll also help us clear a lot of this out. All the drawers are full of things, and I'd rather have those drawers full of, you know, clothes. Also, I just started reading Harvey Karp's book. Happiest Baby on the Block about, you know, the 5 S's of soothing for colicky babies, because I was a colicky baby, so I'm fully prepared for the fact that I will probably have one. So I want to, you know, get as prepared and knowledgeable as I can, and we have our snoo as well. So a lot of people have been asking, like, what books are you reading? I'm reading baby books right now. So that's the one that I have just started, is Happiest Baby on the Block. So yeah, guys, enough jabbering from me. Thank you for watching. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe. If you haven't hit the like and you did like it, then hit the like, so I know you liked it. I don't know how to close out vlogs. But thank you guys for watching. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.